Hello my sexy subscribers, this is Orbit here from TGN. That one was for you, Trinidad Jones, because I know how much you like that intro. So in this video you're going to be seeing some Ice DPS gameplay for PVE. It's been asked by many people across my channel, so here it is. I'm doing the gameplay first, and then you can kind of see whether this is the loadout you want to have a go at using, and if that is, then you can click on my video coming very shortly, either today or tomorrow, which is me breaking it down and going through the loadout itself. I am actually going to go through the loadout real quickly now. However, it's a lot easier when I'm opening up the menus and showing you how I spec that kind of stuff, so I'm going to do that in a different video for you. So the first thing I want to kind of go over is when I was Quantum, I used to be Quantum, I was putting out a lot of damage. Quantum was like just really good for me, it worked really nicely for me. This is pretty much, Ice is pretty much the exact same as Quantum, just different animations, different moves in terms of my PVE loadout that I was using. I know what you're thinking, like Quantum, Ice, and you know, how is that working? Well, you have Gravity Well, which was your Quantum damage over time, and you got Wintry Tempest, which is your ice damage over time. Okay, so bam, there's your 2 damage over times. You've got Quantum's Gravity Bomb, which I was using to clip with, and I'm using Ice Snowball to clip with. I was using Oblivion Supercharge for Quantum, I'm using Blizzard Supercharge for Ice. I was using Tachyon Blast, which is a big wind back move for Quantum, and I'm using Frost Blast, which is a big wind back move for Ice. I was also using Warped Reality, your buff, and using Ice Bash, your buff. And the 2 finishes is exactly the same. The only difference that I'm now using is I'm using the rifle. Now, I hate the rifle. I just don't like the idea of a supercharge, a superhero going around with a rifle. You know, like, you wouldn't see Superman going around with a rifle. So, that's the reason why I don't really like using the rifle. However, it's probably one of the best PvE weapons to use at the moment, especially in terms of raiding, range type stuff. It's really good, and the reason why is because you can just tap triangle and do tremendous amount of damage, tremendous amount of AoE damage. For example, sometimes when I tap triangle, it crits between 1 and 2k off a tap triangle, and the good thing is you're clipping out of the tap triangle. You can't even see the tap triangle. You can't see the grenade coming out of the gun. You just tap triangle, clip it with something else, and continue with your moves. And then when you're seeing the white numbers come up, that's me tapping triangle. You can't actually see that. It just looks like I'm rotating through my powers. And I'm going to go through that in more detail in my next video. But what I'm saying is, you know, you can get a lot of damage just by tapping triangle. With rifle, you can't get that with any other weapon, so that's why it's mainly one of the best weapons to use at the moment. All of the good DPSs use rifle, let's be honest. So there we go. Now let's go break the loadout down a little bit further. Obviously we have Wintry Tempest. Okay, Wintry Tempest is your damage over time, so you'll throw that, you can hit it from range, and it will form like an icy field around everyone in the area. It's got quite a long animation, so what I normally do is I clip that with Ice Bash. Both of them have pretty much the exact same cooldown, so it works perfectly. If you mess up the rotation, then that's gonna mess it up for a while until you can get them back in sync. So just be really careful when Wintry Tempest is off cooldown. Clip it with Ice Bash, okay, which is your increased weapon attack chance and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so bam bam, that's what you want to start your combination with. Then I normally tap triangle and clip it with my Frost Blast, and Frost Blast does so much damage. I was surprised of how much damage this actually does. You know, your wind back move, so you'll wind back, boom 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 boom, bam, out it goes. And you can do a quick tap triangle then after you've hit the Frost Blast and into Snowball, which is an AoE attack as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay, you've obviously got your Blizzard Supercharge, okay, which Blizzard is just like a damage over time, and you've got your Impaling Ice for when they're low, and that crits for good amount as well. So that's, you know what I love about Ice is it's so easy to use, like so easy to use, and it's effective in both tanking and DPSing. You can get some really effective Ice tank loadouts and Ice DPS loadouts with not really needing to use much skill and attention. I'm being honest. So that works really nice. You know, what, like for instance, this raid I was coming in, I was chatting and stuff. I don't really need to focus. It's not like hard light. I'm just like burning my hands up because I'm just clipping everything. I remember I was hard light shortly, not for a very long time. And when I was clipping through my moves, at the end I just needed a break. I'm like, I could literally see smoke off my fingers because it's just constant bam, bam, bam. So this isn't like that. I mean, you get a little break when you're winding back your frost blast, have a little drink, and yeah, it works really, really nice. It's a good loadout anyway, guys. As you can see, it does a lot of AoE damage. It works. I just love it. It's really, really good. It's lots of AoE damage, and so if this is kind of a loadout you want to try out and stuff, make sure you check out my Ice DPS PVE guide coming to later on today, maybe, or if not, definitely tomorrow. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and like, comment, subscribe.